Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I am a guest designer for the Scraptember series with Laura, Natalie, and Miranda. And if you guys have not checked out their channels this month, they have been uploading a video every single day. So there is tons of inspiration over on their channels. And I know Natalie is following along with a inspiration guide that you guys can check out. And today's inspiration is grid. And I do take this a little bit into my layout here, which is fun. I don't end up doing a grid layout, but I do end up using some grid paper, and I think that counts. So to get started, I'm using my How to Kill a Kit with Style September kit, which is a fall themed colored kit. However, I'm not scrapbooking generally fall photos, so it's a little bit of a challenge to get that going. To get started, I have a 12 by 12 pine green cardstock just from my stash that's pretty old. Then I also have that green gingham, which is an old Christmas paper, and I'm not 100% sure where it's from. I think it might be Pebbles brand. And even though it's Christmas, I still think it gives that outdoorsy feel, which is what I'm going for on this page. And here is where I bring in a 3 by 4 card that has that grid pattern, and it's actually a really old LE Studio 3 by 4 card. I think it's from one of their boy collections, maybe like the Cameron collection, but I'm really happy to have that on a page. I've had it for so long, and it says, "This is a true story." And these pictures are actually from a trip to the Washington Zoo in DC, and this was the Zoo Lights sort of celebration. So they have lights in the zoo during Christmas time. So even though this is sort of a Christmassy time layout, it's not Christmas themed, which I think is fun and really interesting to do if you're looking for something different. So I ended up going with more of an outdoorsy theme for this, which I think is fitting. There's a lot of green. We're bundled up because it was cold, and that's fun. So I also pulled out some washi tape, which is some really wide washi tape, and that's actually from Scotch, and I believe I picked it up at Joann's a while back, and it's sort of a coppery color, nothing too crazy. So I'm going to glue down this paper because I'm happy with it. And if you guys have not seen my kit share yet for my How to Kill a Kit with Style kit, I highly recommend you check it out. There's a lot going on in this kit, and I won't be able to link everything below because some things aren't available, but you can go get more information over there if you're interested. So I'll have the playlist linked down below so you guys can check it out. In my kit are a lot of old things and some new things. So that old item that I'm referring to is that banner at the top left that says The Great Outdoors, which is from Crate Paper, and I only have 2 left in the package now that I've used this one, and I'm really excited about that. I also pull out some new items, so I have that tab from Illustrated Faith on top of the 3 by 4 card, and then I also have a little label on the bottom of that 3 by 4 card, which is from Freckled Fawn, and I really love how those are turning out. So far this layout's turning into a green and orange combo, and I absolutely love scrapbooking with orange. I don't know why. Oftentimes it's not in my photos, but I still like to use it, so here I am using it for no reason almost. It does go with the color scheme that's developing, but other than that, there's no reason for me to use orange. The green was inspired by the background of the photos, lots of nature, and the theme of the photo being nature really helps with this. So I layer both of my photos, one on a piece of Lawn Fawn paper and one on a piece of Cool Kid Crate paper, just to give it some more interest and design elements. So those are both orangey yellow shades, again to bring that pop of color onto the green background. Now I don't particularly think green and orange go together, especially these 2 shades, since I'm doing deep green and then also a bright green and then a deeper orange color, but I definitely don't think they don't not go together, if that makes sense. But I'm really excited with how this layout turned out. Even though there's a lot going on that doesn't seem to make any sense, it all comes together at the end. And I focus a lot on that orange embellishing, or that, you know, those metallic accents, and the other elements in my stash kit just end up pulling this all together. And you'll see as I'm gluing it down, it sort of morphs a little bit as we go into a really fun sort of band design across the middle of the layout there. So as I'm gluing these final pieces down, I have an extra scrap layer that I included from that Lawn Fawn cutoff that I layered behind my first photo, and I'm going to end up creating a cluster in the bottom right of that 3 by 4 card. Then I'm also going to create a cluster to the top left of my photos. And I almost didn't put a title on this layout, only because there are a lot of words going on as it is, and any of these could be the title, but I thought there was enough room on the layout that I could include one, and I thought why not, and actually find a perfect match, which you'll see in a little bit, for the title, which was not originally in my stash kit, and I think I might have to put it in because it's such a great match. Here I start adding my beautiful Illustrated Faith puffy stars. I adore these things. If you guys can still find these at Tuesday morning, highly recommend picking them up. They are so easy to use and include to add that burst of color or burst of shape and organic feel to layouts. I'm going to also grab some old Simple Stories phrase stickers. These are just black and white. Some say do what you love, start something new, and then I think the last one says unforgettable. I just think that helps move the eye around the page quite a bit because you have these bright white bold blocks, and they really help move your eye around the clusters in that triangle shape that we've talked about. And I almost forgot, I do a little bit of stamping on this layout. I really wanted to try out this new ink that I picked up from Blitsy a while back, and it is the Memento Northern Pine color, and I figured that would absolutely match the background cardstock that I pulled out perfectly. So I pull out this geotag stamp because I thought it'd be great for, you know, putting down that we were at the zoo or DC or something. So I stamped that on my 3x4 card. It's a perfect match. This is the first time I've used a Memento Dewdrop ink, and I think they're great so far. And I can't wait to see if I pick up other colors or just stamp with this one quite a bit more. But I'm so glad I finally used it. It's been in my stash for a month or so now, and it needed to be used. I just glued down that little orange heart, which I believe is from Doodlebug, and I managed to find an orange paper clip somehow. I just happened to see it, and I throw that on there. And here's where I start working on my title. I pull out this Jelly Bean Soup word that says always, which happened to just be sitting on my desk. It was not part of my kit. And then I figured, okay, well, that's not much of a title, it's just a word. So then I go through some of my thickers and some of my letter stickers, and I thought I could go with these orange ones, but then I realized I don't have any T's or E's, so that's not going to work. Then I find these beautiful Northern Pine Green, if I'll call it that, little alphabets from Kaisercraft, and I end up using those for the rest of my title, which is always adventuring, because I thought that was a cute way to say that we were going out and doing so much in DC during our time there. And yes, I am still scrapbooking it because I have so many DC photos, but I hope you guys don't mind. And with that, this layout is almost complete. That is the last thing I do on this layout is add the title. And again, these are just some block letters from Kaisercraft that I absolutely love. But I'm going to show you the close-ups now. I hope you guys enjoyed this layout. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. And I hope you guys have checked out Miranda and Natalie and Laura for their awesome videos throughout the month of September. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye!